Hello and welcome to a new Brave Frontier unit overview video. Today we're talking about Hyshka. Hyshka? Well, I'm 2 for 2 for not knowing how to pronounce unit names. As mentioned before, I'm going to try a new format where I just talk about the highlights and lowlights. So let's get right on into talking about Hyshka. So the first highlight about Hyshka is not just what he does, but he is a free unit. If you log in for 10 days during the autumn 2019 login campaign, you get Hyshka, and you can probably get more through the event bazaar. In fact, I know for a fact you can get more through the event bazaar once you get your first one, whether that be through logging in for 10 days or through the gym summon, because you can get him through the gym summon as an extra goodie. But there's a lot more that's actually good for him for being a free unit. The thing you need to keep in mind here is that he is a free unit, so yeah, there are some units who are class him for what he does, but for a free unit, he's pretty good. As a utility unit for the most part. The first part of utility that he's good for is he has item drop rate increase on his leader skill. So that's pretty good as is. If you need to farm for items for event dungeons where I'm dropped from units and you need to get a lot of materials, or if you're trying to craft spheres from the sphere house in the town, he increases their drop rates as well. And he also has a 20% boost to experience gained. Not only does he have the experience boost on his leader skill, he also has a 5% on his extra skill. And that plays into a part here in just a bit, towards the end of the video. The next amazing thing about him, or not really amazing, but good thing about him, is he does have status element removal on BB. Which means for the lower tier of RC7, you can actually throw him into a squad. And you don't have to worry about status element negation for all allies and extra skill, even though that would technically help out a little bit, but there is a chance that can get locked because, well, shenanigans. Bosses are sometimes full of shenanigans. The next good thing about him is actually his SPB. Again, for RC7, this is a little bit more prominent, as he has a double attacking SPB with a single attack on it as well. But also on his SPB, he has all elemental damage buff, which means not only does he buff thunder elemental damage, but he can also be put onto other squads outside of RC7 and boost elemental damage as well, which I believe, if I'm wrong, someone let me know in the comments, I believe stacks with type-specific elemental damage boosts. So he would actually pair pretty well on RC7 with a unit who boosts thunder elemental damage. So you get even more bang for your buck. Plus, he also has a generic parameter boost, which, yeah, there are higher ones out there, but the fact that he has a generic parameter boost means you can pair him well with other thunder units who do thunder element parameter boost for thunder element units. So hey, you get extra damage. Again, always pretty good. And the lowlights actually really aren't that bad. And it really just comes from other units that outclass him, because as I mentioned, he is a free unit. He does get outclassed. So who outclasses him? Well, Mordred outclasses him from the item drop rate on the leader skill, as does Zeruiah, but Mordred is a little bit more common as he's been popping up a little bit more frequently. Mordred has a 9% boost to item drop rate on leader skill, and Zeruiah, because, well, I mentioned her, has 7%. So you would want to use Mordred over Hyshka for item drop rate for leader skill, but they both have the same item drop rate increase on BB and SPB, so you don't have to worry about that. The other thing that he gets outclassed in is the experience gained on leader skill. He gets outclassed by Bjorninen, Zeruiah again, and Kaguya. However, I should mention, Bjorninen is the best experience unit out there, as he does 40%, 35% of which is from leader skill and enhancements, and 5% is from extra skill. Zeruiah is the next highest at 37% boost, so that's just pretty good. And Kaguya comes in third at 35% boost. However, if you have a Bjorn and Ninden lead, and multiple Hyshka, Kaguya, or Bjorn and Ninden, you can actually boost your experience gain from 40% to a grand total of 60%. And if you take another Bjorn and friend, you have a 100% boost to experience gained. So you're getting double experience just for the units on your squad, which I think is very worthwhile. So, all in all, Hyshka is good for the lower quests for RC7, especially when you pair him with last month's free unit for logging in, Krista, as Krista is a mitigator, and there are not very many Thunder mitigators, so the fact that we got 2 pretty good free Thunder units, especially for newer players, is phenomenal. So yeah, good for RC7 for the lower quests for sure, and good for just outside if you need to boost your levels, again, for newer players. For those who are max level, yeah, you can probably skip over Hyshka, just keep him for our collection purposes. But for those who are newer, yeah, you definitely want to pick him up. You definitely want to log in for 10 days. It's not that hard to do. And I do highly recommend picking up the event tokens from the event bazaar to get more of them, as well, just more experience. And with that, that does it for this video, so I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!